Childhood obesity, the rise of type 2 diabetes, and food toxicity are all linked and directly related to food consumption. Part of the solution is sustainability. We now have a story that explores what is being done about sustainability right here at City College of San Francisco. So let's take a look.
Food sustainability to me means that we are trying to get products from more of a localized, perhaps smaller farmer, and typically more seasonality. Say that with regards to animal proteins, we produce about the same as what we've been producing for the last maybe 15 or 20 years. And so what we've done now is virtually all of the side dishes, the starches and the vegetables are created without any animal product whatsoever. We are using far less butter with regard to sauteing our vegetables or making some of our starches. We have created a vegetarian station where we're offering a vegetarian option for lunch, in addition to offering more of the salads, the pre-made salads, as a vegetarian option, cutting back a little bit on the protein. We really started to focus more on breaking all the different components down between pure waste, which is our black bin. We have a recycling bin, which is the blue bin. Then we have a green or compost bin. And instead of all the vegetable trim and protein trim going into just the waste, right, which is going into our trash compactor, we are now bringing it down and separating it out. And it first started here, 15 years ago, and we would fill probably close to almost 2.5 compactors a week. Now we're barely filling 1 compactor with waste.
I wanted everything that anybody would take from the cafeteria to be put into something that was biodegradable and compostable instead of just plastic. One of the food service outlets we have, which is our noodle bar at present, does everything that's to go, so there's nothing on reusable plates. In the main cafeteria, you have a choice of things that are either in plates that get washed or things that are biodegradable, compostable. So you have to weigh which way is a better way to go. Some people would say, well, why not just keep reusing plates and forks instead of putting things that are compostable? And I think part of that is not such a simple answer, actually, because you're looking at all the resources that goes into washing that plate. But not only to washing that plate, to producing that plate, to buying new plates, because they get thrown away accidentally, they walk away accidentally. I think our mandate and our priority is let's at least address the fact that we want to be local, we want to be seasonal, and then if the organic piece can come into play there with some of the elements or all the elements, we'll bring that to the table as well.
Rudy, do you know what this is?
It's you trying to kick the crap out of me.
No, it's a tombstone pile driver.
What?
Kind of like cactus clothesline, Frankensteiner. They're wrestling moves.
I think you mean wrestling moves.
No, it's wrestling, and it's happening in Hayward. Just watch, and you'll see what I mean.
Meet Dylan Godfrey, an aspiring pro wrestler goes by the name of Dylan Drake. Today, IDTV field correspondent John Jordan finds out how Dylan plans to get to the big time in pro wrestling, why you don't make fun of a bunch of dudes in tights, and we answer the age-old question of,
what are you looking at? You want to wrestle?
So Dylan, why is taking a boot to the face normal to you?
You get in that ring and people want to hurt you, and sometimes you just got to take that boot to the face before you can get to the finish line.
How long have you wanted to be a wrestler?
Since my childhood, for as long as I can remember it.
Who are the wrestlers you liked?
Bret the Hitman Hart and Mr. Perfect and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
How long have you been doing it?
I started in 1995.
Sometimes you're a good guy, sometimes you're a bad guy. Tell the viewer at home what it's all about, what they're called.
If you're a good guy, you're referred to as a face. If you're a bad guy, you're referred to as a heel. But I always do my best to be a fan favorite. I like to slap the hands and kiss the babies.
Worst injury?
My absolute worst injury was I broke both of my thumbs at the same time. I looked pretty
Were you
ridiculous.
cast like this?
Yeah, they were. Thumbs up. Absolutely. Stood up and I visited the ER many times.
Do you have a signature move?
The beta breaker, which is,
I love that.
yeah, it's actually
What do you know? The beta
a
breaker.
little homage to my
Yeah.
city.
Who's probably the best well-known wrestler that you've actually shared the stage with?
We got to go out on stage and be Batista's personal security, and then
Cool.
John Cena came out. I caught a nice elbow to the face from him in the middle of the ring, surrounded by 15,000 plus people. And
I want to wrestle. How do I do it?
when I wanted to learn how to wrestle, I just went online and I looked up professional wrestling schools around San Francisco, and I found one in Hayward, which happens to be one of the best wrestling schools in the United States.
It was a pleasure, sir. The next stop in the IDTV Wrestling Caravan was APW. This is a school where wrestlers hone their craft. In the pre-production meeting, IDTV was given some
Make sure
tips.
that you guys don't get in the way of some of the moves that are going to happen.
APW has its fans bring canned goods as their entrance fee, which they donate to local food banks. This makeshift garage that is APW was packed and we were ready to go. The main components for a good wrestling night: announcing,
From top to bottom.
lights, posing, and of course, wrestling. The crowd's interaction is a vital part of the experience.
10 minutes.
Our poor camera guy was involved with the action. 1 for the camera guy, 0 for Omega. Time for the main event. Even with the match ending in a tie, the night was a success. I wonder how far these guys will go. I know I'll be rooting for them all the way to the big show. For IDTV, I'm John Jordan. War causes wounds and suffering that last beyond the battlefield. Swords to Plowshares' mission is to heal the wounds, to restore dignity, hope, and self-sufficiency to all veterans in need, and to significantly reduce homelessness and poverty among veterans. Swords to Plowshares is a community-based, non-profit organization that provides counseling and case management, employment and training, housing and legal assistance to veterans in the San Francisco Bay Area. We promote and protect the rights of veterans through advocacy, public education, and partnerships with local, state, and national entities.
So, what did you guess for the green question? The company used to be Sunset Scavengers, but now they're Recology. You see the white truck and hear the racket early in the morning.